Howdy, hi, and hello everyone. Welcome to Late Night Noah's Nest. It is almost 9 o'clock, and I have had this idea first, hi, I'm Noah, I'll be your host, and in Noah's Nest I do a couple different things. I either talk about TTRPGs or talk about anything fantasy that tickles my fancy. But today, I have had this idea for quite a while now, pretty much almost a whole entire year ago. I had this idea that I wanted to do for just a group of everyone, but that time has pretty much passed. A lot of people are busy, so I kind of can't really do this with anyone anymore. So I kind of just let it go. But now, I'm going to try and do it myself. So what I'm going to do is a quote-unquote fantasy draft quest. This is my idea. We'll pick 3 or so fantasy characters. I'm going to go from movies and TV shows for right now. If this does very well, I'll do books and more if I know what they are from. But I will pick 3 random characters. I have lists here ready and all set, and I will have to throw them into a quest that they were given. Now, we could go from Gandalf to Harry Potter, and then let's go with Aang from Avatar. And I would throw them into a scenario or a quest. And I would have to, the person that I would give it to, the type of quest would have to debate, they would be fine, this person would do this, and this last one would just fuck around because they wouldn't be needed. And that this drafting thing would just be every single quest, one person would win, and they would not be allowed to use any of those characters anymore. But for me, I have a book, probably a couple pages, of some quests that I wrote down that I will pick random ass characters to try and succeed in this type of adventure. So I might do 2, 3, 4, I don't know yet. Just depends on what characters we got, and we got quite a bit. Okay, let's try this again. I'm hearing some random ass ringing, but I'll deal with it later. So, before I had this issue, the characters that I have so far, the team that I got are Puss in Boots. Then we have the actual literal magic school bus. And to round out the whole entire crew, we got Frodo Baggins. Now, I haven't really watched Lord of the Rings, but I will try my fucking damnedest. And, the quest that they're gonna be going on is, let's do this one. I just looked at the first one in my booklet, and that's what they're gonna get. They have to infiltrate an enemy castle that has plans to start a war. Well, I think it's going to go fairly smoothly, in my opinion, because picture this. Magic school bus gets small. Because in all of these books, so the magic school bus can't actually fight. It can't actually stop anything, but it can infiltrate fairly easily. It can get into the castle. I'm not worried about getting into the castle. I am more worried about the duo of Puss in Boots and Frodo Baggins trying to actually stop the main evil bad guys or the horrible king or something. Because Magic School Bus, there are many books, so much lore that you can go off of, where the Magic School Bus has been inside of people, it has been small as bees, and it has pretty much traveled all through space and time, pretty much. Puss in Boots has fought literal death in the Last Wish movie. And Frodo Baggins. Can someone tell me what he actually did? Well, he didn't do a lot. He traveled the land to pretty much destroy the ring, and he then couldn't do it until Gollum decided to start biting off his finger, which then fell into the fire. So yeah, we're gonna do a lot of whole fuck ton of nothing with Frodo. He's probably gonna stay in the bus. If they need to do this effectively, it's gonna end up being Magic's school bus is going to infiltrate inside, get as small as a bee, go through all the cracks of the actual castle, infiltrate that way, get into where, kind of probably where the main plan area is, or battlefield, and Puss in Boots will come out, act like a little cat, as cute as normal. They're gonna be like, oh, he's so cute, and then slish slash chop his dick off. They're all done. I think they would do well, but there are many places in this plan that could easily fail. So I'm going to say they might have a 70-30 chance of succeeding. So I think it could go well, but there are chances of it actually planning on failing. Let's look up the next crew. Oh dear Lord, this is already going to be dangerous. So we got Hercules from the actual movie, which is pretty much just a copy of the actual Greek Hercules, which, alright, it's already pretty dangerous. We then got Skeletor. Okay. Those two are probably going to have an issue with each other, and we're going to have to see where that goes. And the last but not least, Velma from Scooby-Doo. Okay, this could actually be a fairly good team, depending on what has to be done. So this is what they have to do. Rescue the merchant's son that was captured by a rival guild. That seems pretty fucking easy for them. It mainly just throw in Hercules, and they pretty much got it. You don't really need the other two, but if we have to involve them in some way, Velma is one of the smartest people in their universe. She's smart. She knows how to understand different plans. Costumes I don't understand, but with her and Hercules, that is already going to be pretty much a full-on success. But we have to involve Skeletor. Now, Skeletor, I don't know how that will go. Because, yes, he is the main villain of He-Man. But anytime I've seen the show, he's just... he doesn't really do much. So, I will say, his main goal is fucking horrible. Trying to conquer the universe, and it's already going to be an issue. But his methods, what he can do, he's got magic, he's got a lot of science and technology, he is very intelligent, he is manipulative, he has a lot of psychological and tricky manipulations against his own enemies and even his own followers, and he's there to threaten civilians. Well, I think this team can easily get back the sun. But would Skeletor try to convince them to attack Hercules and Velma? Because he might want more villains, he might want more allies to get to his all-time goal. even then, I don't think himself and a enemy guild or rival guild would be able to take care of Hercules himself. Yes, he is still almost mortal, but he is part god already. And Skeletor might say, oh, if I kill him, does that mean I'm a god? That's where it might start rolling downhill. But just infiltrating it and getting back the sun, easy as pie. 10 out of 10. Can get in, fuck them up, get out. But turning their backs on each other, I'm betting more of a 80-20 it'll happen with Skeletor trying to be an asshole. Alright, let's do 2 more. First one, we got SpongeBob, the almighty, the almost unfazable. He is terrified of certain things, but then we have Mr. Meeseeks from Rick and Morty. We have Shaggy from Scooby-Doo once again. What would their goal be? This one. Slay or get rid of a young dragon that has terrorized the village. Oh, they're fucked. They're screwed. There's no way in hell. So, Mr. Meeseeks, is it just one? Or are we getting the button where it just keeps hitting it? Because that changes up the whole entire game. So SpongeBob, he can take damage. He's fought dragons before. He's in the fucking Looney Tune world, so he can pretty much tank any damage. He is a sponge, and he has been in the real world, so I'm not too worried about it. He can probably take most of the damage, if not all the damage, and these two have to fucking fadangle something. Get in there. Mr. Meeseeks and Shaggy. So Shaggy is almost fucked unless he takes those potions, drinks, anything from the second movie where he takes it, he turns into the big buff guy or the hot half women or whatever. But other than that, he is kind of useless in my opinion. Sometimes he has good ideas, but not all the time. But Mr. Meeseeks, he is also in his cartoonish world, but he does die if you drive him to it. If it's just one, you can tell it, hey, go kill the dragon, but that doesn't mean it'll be if he'll get to it. He could try and fight it, but then he could also just pass. But if you give me the button for Mr. Meeseeks, then you press that fucker 15 times, 15, 20, 50, however many times you need, and then you have a whole army on you of just flooding that dragon, and he's just going to be screwed. SpongeBob's just going to stretch out, take all this damage, turn into ash, and then reform. So, if it's just those three and no button, I'm going to say 20-80 they succeed. They're most definitely not going to. But if you give me all of them with the button for Mr. Meeseeks, it is going to be inversed, 80-20. Because you could hit that button so many times, you can get all that shit done. Get rid of the young dragon, won't have to worry about it. So we have, Morty Smith from Rick and Morty. He could pull some shit, depends on what season we're going off of. Then we have the Flame Princess from Adventure Time. Okay. And then we have Courage the Cowardly Dog. So what they have to do is locate a child's animal companion. It has escaped into the wilderness. Okay, well, with that simple thing, yes, I know some of these examples or quests are simple, but some of them are harder. So, with the Courage, the Cowardly Dog, the Flame Princess, and Morty to try and find an animal companion, that's fine. The issue that I have is with the Flame Princess. If it goes into a forest, shit might be burning. I know she puts on gloves, I believe, but other than that, she should be fine. Morty, just a fucking kid. He's a kid that follows his uncle, grandpa. I don't fucking know who Rick is. I watched the first season and that's it. But I know they go through time and there's other Mortys in the universes and all that stuff. Spoiler alert if you don't know, but I don't even know. But if we go, because Courage has that tuned shit. He can turn into a ball, he can turn to ash and reform once again. Even though he is a scaredy cat and a fucking bitch of a dog, he will always pull through. If you have Muriel that's located in this, like, just find the companion. If Muriel's there, he'll find her easily. He'll think, oh no, she's been kidnapped, we gotta go find her, and the dog or cat or animal companion is found. But if Muriel's not there, Courage could easily sniff it out, and it would just take more along the lines of just time. I'm pretty confident. I'm just going to say 90-10 for them succeeding. It's a dog. They know how to smell. Fire Princess and Morty, they shouldn't have that big of an issue to get through these quests. And that's all I have. That was my idea of a fantasy draft game adventure thing. If you like this and want to have like other ideas, I do have a whole other list. I have a whole on list of just different characters that I can choose from that we didn't even get to, because we got fucking Liz the Lizard from the Magic School Bus. We had Krillin, Vegeta. We also had Doctor Strange and Bimo, Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender. We got Grimm from Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and so many more. But let me know if you actually enjoy this. It was fun. I think it would be more fun if more people have their own ideas. I'll give them a quest, and then they tell me their 3 characters. But thank you all for listening to this episode. If you like this and want to hear more, check out our whole entire Spotify, Apple Podcast, and anywhere else you find podcasts. I am doing Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you want to join me and have fun playing games or just talking to each other, come join me at Creatures and Cantrips. I also have social media that you can follow me at, is on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all those at Creatures and Cantrips. I know I don't really use them a lot, but I will try my best. You can message us anywhere of those. I do not bite. I just get lost. But thank you once again for listening. And the last thing I'll say is see you, love you, miss you. Bye, guys.